Welcome to another Inspire podcast brought to you by Payabl. We have with us the Group CEO of Payabl, Ms. Ugne Buracience. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for having me.
So we'd like to start with, can you share with us your journey in fintech and how you came to lead Payabl from Cyprus?
Sure. So I've been in fintech for almost 20 years. I always say that I sort of got into it by accident. It happens a lot in this industry since payments is not really something that you can learn in the university or anywhere else. I started my career in technology side, so basically working, providing solutions for banks and financial institutions globally. And I moved into a more specific area of fintech, which is basically payments and everything related to payments. And the story goes is that I was invited once to Cyprus to come and see what it's like, and I came for an interview and never really left. So that's how I came to be and lead the company from where I am today.
Excellent. So I just wanted to know, what were the biggest challenges you faced in scaling an international payments business from the island?
I think the island itself is not the actual challenge. I think scaling any business and a large scale is difficult anywhere, and doesn't really matter what the location. But of course, Cyprus imposed some of the let's say challenges in terms of some regulatory landscape and some infrastructural things that were a little bit difficult for a company to operate from here. But nevertheless, Cyprus has a great community and also a great pool of people. And this really led us to a great success and to compete with big players also around globally.
It's really insightful that you bring up about the island. I'm also just curious, what characteristics do you share as a business leader? What is your sort of management style with your team in the office, and how does everything work?
Sure. So it's very hard to speak about yourself. I suppose it's easier for others to determine what your style is. But I always try to be transparent and fair and reliable to my team. And I think these are very important values when you're working with people in general. At Payabl, we share a culture of collaboration and hard work. And I think it's very apparent in the things that we have achieved and done so far, and not only in Cyprus but also globally in Europe and in the UK. And I think that's kind of the key characteristics I think that is really matters for a good leader. And I really enjoy working with the people and the team that I have. And I think it's really important to be able to rely on your teams to do the things and set the vision straight and clear of what you want to achieve and where you want to go, and everything else will follow.
That's a nice way to lead everything, with a very transparent and clear-cut style. It's a great way to lead a team. But obviously with all of this, sometimes there are challenges. So what's one of those most difficult decisions you had to take as a business leader?
Okay, there's many difficult decisions that you take throughout leading people and also business in general. I think they're not, I cannot really separate something very specific, but I think it is very important how you deal with those difficult decisions and how you evaluate and assess what is the severity and situation and what you're capable of and what the teams are capable of, and determining basically the best outcome and the best route that you can have for those. But in general, we've been very successful, and whatever the challenges we had in our growth path, only made us stronger and also made us more committed and more experienced in the things that we're doing.
It's really good to hear that you have such a sort of a very a more optimistic and approach on facing challenges, because it guides teams a bit better. But so turning to the positive side, though, what do you think you're most proud of?
I'm most proud of what we achieved. We started off, the company itself, Payabl, has been in the business for almost 15 years. We're going to celebrate 15 years anniversary actually next year. I think the biggest achievement and what I'm proudest of is that we grew from a team of 20 people to 350 plus, all across all of the jurisdictions that we operate. We're a key player in the market, not only in Cyprus, but also around the world for payments. And I think it's a great achievement to have someone growing from Cyprus.
Excellent. It is actually it's a very big achievement, and I'm glad to hear that it's been such a nice growth trajectory. So, just a little bit, as a female leader in fintech, what obstacles did you face, and how did you turn them into opportunities?
I love and hate this question at the same time, and my marketing team doesn't really like when I say it, but I'm sort of ignoring the point that I'm female or not. I do understand that there is some, let's say, obstacles in our industry in general, since it hasn't been very diverse in terms of in general diversity, and it tends to be a little bit more challenging maybe for women to achieve a career path in this industry. But I never really felt that that's an obstacle for me. I made sure that my voice is heard, that I always know the direction that I'm taking and what I'm doing, and I'm always actioning things that I think matter and only focusing on those. So I'm not really focusing on anything externally. I try to have a direction always at any given moment, and I find it as an advantage to be sometimes, or most of the times, the only female in places.
I like that approach. It's very it's a good approach to sort of keep ahead in the game always. And since you've had such a large growth trajectory, as you've explained before, how do you see Cyprus positioning itself as a hub for financial and technology and innovation?
I will put my board member of Tech Island hat here, and I am, by the way, the only female board member on Tech Island board as well. Cyprus has grown significantly in the last years. ICT sector is the fastest growing sector in Cyprus. And we have been listed in the 25th Global Innovation Growth Index, which has just happened recently. So it really shows that whatever has been done by Cyprus and the government and all of the companies that are also here is really pushing Cyprus to be this tech and entrepreneurial hub that we dream of. And I think we're very close in doing that.
Excellent. It's really nice to hear that you are really changing the game for technology and innovation on the island. So just to wrap up, what advice would you give to young people, especially for young women who want to step into leadership roles in tech and finance?
I think be brave, do the things that need to be done now and today. Don't really dwell on things that might happen or might not happen. Mistakes happen, failures happen, and being in the right place at the right time is sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, but it's better to be in the place than not to be.
Excellent. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.